Angel says, dear child, stop everything you're doing right now. You have only 30 minutes to prepare for what's happening. God has sent me with an urgent message that cannot wait. God is in your room right now, standing beside you, waiting for you to acknowledge His presence. If you ignore Him, you will lose everything He came to bring you. This isn't just a spiritual feeling or an emotional experience. God's actual presence has entered your physical space, bringing with Him gifts that will transform your life completely. He has chosen this exact moment to visit you personally, and this opportunity may not come again if left unacknowledged. The divine realm is in a state of heightened attention right now. Your guardian angels have stepped back in reverence as God Himself occupies the space around you. This direct visitation is rare and significant, and every spiritual being is watching to see how you'll respond. I can see God's light already touching objects in your room, already creating subtle changes in the energy of your space. The air itself carries a heaviness of purpose, charged with intention, focused entirely on this connection with you. God believes this moment is crucial for your life's path. Your home has become the center of divine attention that has been building beneath the surface for longer than you realize. What appears to be a sudden visitation has actually been arranged carefully, intentionally, lovingly. But God will not force His presence where it's not welcomed or acknowledged. Like this video and type 911 to receive God's divine visitation acknowledgement. Angel says, dear child, now I must tell you why this divine visitation is so monumentally important. With less than 25 minutes remaining for acknowledgement, you need to understand exactly what's at stake so you can respond properly. God doesn't personally enter physical spaces without profound purpose. His presence in your room right now indicates a spiritual crossroads in your life that requires direct divine intervention. The energy He brings contains specific blessings, revelations, and life redirections that cannot be delivered through ordinary spiritual channels. The heavenly realm has been preparing this visitation for months. I can see the carefully orchestrated spiritual events that led to this moment, specific prayers that reached divine attention, particular life decisions that opened spiritual doorways, certain struggles that demonstrated your readiness for this encounter. God has chosen this exact day, this exact hour because the spiritual timing aligns perfectly with your soul's readiness and the unfolding of your life purpose. If this moment passes without acknowledgement, the divine alignment may take years to reconfigure, delaying the manifestation of your true path. What makes this situation particularly significant is the rarity of such direct visitation. Many pray for decades without experiencing what's happening in your room right now. God's presence brings with it solutions to problems you haven't even recognized yet, healing for wounds you've carried silently, and clarity for decisions that have felt impossible to make. But here's what gives me hope: I can see your spirit already beginning to sense what your conscious mind hasn't fully recognized. There's a subtle awareness growing within you, a feeling of unusual peace or unexpected alertness that signals divine recognition. Like this video and type 222 to fully perceive God's presence in your room. Angel says, dear child, with just 20 minutes remaining, I must reveal the true purpose of God's presence in your room right now. This is not a random blessing or casual visit. God has come with specific divine intentions that will redirect the entire course of your life. God has been watching your spiritual journey closely. He's seen the silent prayers you've offered when no one was listening. He's witnessed the tears you've shed when you thought you were alone. He's felt the confusion in your heart when facing decisions that seemed impossible to make. Today, He's chosen to respond personally rather than sending messengers. The divine purpose of this visitation is threefold. First, God has come to establish a direct covenant relationship that bypasses traditional spiritual barriers. Second, He's bringing specific instructions that will unlock doors that have remained stubbornly closed in your life. Third, He's offering divine clarity about your true purpose that will eliminate years of potential wandering and searching. When I say you could lose everything by ignoring this visitation, I'm referring to these specific divine gifts. God won't punish you for missing this moment, but the natural consequence will be continuing on a path without these divine advantages and insights. The difference between acknowledging and missing this visitation is like the difference between sailing with powerful winds versus rowing against the current. Your guardian angels have been preparing your spirit for weeks to receive this divine knowledge. They've been gradually increasing your spiritual sensitivity, creating moments of unexpected insight, generating questions that have no ordinary answers. All of this preparation was leading to this moment of direct divine communication. Like this video and type 333 to unlock the specific purpose of God's visitation. Angel says, dear child, with just 15 minutes remaining, we must activate your spiritual senses to fully perceive God's presence in your room. This divine connection requires your conscious participation, as God honors your free will even in moments of direct visitation. God has dispatched specialized perception angels to your location. These are angels of spiritual sight, angels of divine hearing, angels of sacred knowing. They're positioning themselves around your spiritual body, gently awakening dormant spiritual senses that allow you to perceive divine reality. I can see them touching specific spiritual centers within you, creating openings for divine perception. Your spiritual eyes are being cleared of worldly filters that block divine light. Your spiritual ears are being tuned to frequencies that carry God's voice. Your heart center is being expanded to receive divine love without the usual human limitations. Your guardian angel is removing layers of spiritual numbness, dissolving barriers of doubt, clearing blockages of past disappointment. This spiritual activation will help you recognize the unmistakable signs of God's presence that are already manifesting in your room. As this divine perception activates, you might notice subtle changes around you. The air may feel suddenly thicker or charged with energy. Colors might appear slightly brighter or more vibrant. You might feel unexpected warmth in specific areas of your body, particularly your chest, hands, or forehead. You may experience a sudden emotional shift, peace that makes no logical sense, joy without clear cause, or love that feels both personal and vast. These sensations aren't your imagination, they're your spiritual senses coming online, beginning to perceive what's been in your room since this message began. Like this video and type 444 to activate your divine perception. Angel says, dear child, With divine perception awakening and only 10 minutes remaining, God is revealing the exact strategy you need to follow to properly acknowledge His presence. These divine instructions will guide your words, your actions, and your spiritual posture during this sacred encounter. First, you must create a moment of intentional stillness. Your busy thoughts create static that interferes with divine communication. Take 3 deep breaths, consciously releasing mental distractions with each exhale. This stillness isn't emptiness, it's spiritual receptivity that creates space for divine connection. When you feel this inner quietness, simply speak aloud your acknowledgement of God's presence. The exact words matter less than the genuine recognition. Something as simple as God, I recognize you are here with me now, and I welcome your presence opens the spiritual doorway for deeper connection. There are specific barriers you should consciously set aside during this encounter. Don't approach with specific demands or expectations that limit what God intends to give. Don't let unworthiness or past mistakes make you hesitant to receive. Don't allow skepticism to create walls between you and divine reality. Instead, approach with childlike openness, genuine presence, and humble receptivity. Most importantly, follow any internal promptings you receive in these moments. You might feel drawn to place your hands in a certain position, to speak specific words that come to mind, or to focus attention on a particular area of your room. These intuitive nudges are divine guidance showing you how to align with the specific way God is manifesting in your space. Like this video and type 555 to receive this divine response strategy. Angel says, dear child, with just 5 minutes remaining, God is revealing how the blessings from this divine encounter will unfold over time. What begins as a moment of spiritual acknowledgement will expand into a complete life transformation through a divinely orchestrated timeline. The divine light of blessing is already prepared to flow into specific areas of your life. I can see it hovering around situations involving your relationships, your purpose work, your material provision, your health concerns, and your spiritual growth. As you acknowledge God's presence, these blessings will begin flowing in precise divine sequence. Your guardian angels are already positioned to deliver these blessings according to the perfect divine schedule. I can see the timeline unfolding in 3 phases. The first phase brings immediate shifts in perspective and emotional healing. The second phase creates external opportunities and unexpected open doors. The third phase establishes permanent patterns of divine flow that will sustain you for years to come. God wants you to know that each blessing will arrive exactly when you're prepared to receive it fully. Some will manifest within hours of this encounter, others will unfold over days or weeks, and some are designed to mature over months as you grow into their fullness. I can see divine light surrounding specific dates in your near future, moments when key blessings will materialize, when important connections will form, when crucial insights will dawn with unmistakable clarity. These dates are already marked in the spiritual calendar as personal appointments with divine provision. Like this video and type 666 to activate this divine blessing timeline. Angel says, dear child, with just 2 minutes remaining for acknowledgement, God is revealing how this divine visitation will completely transform the trajectory of your life. This isn't just a spiritual experience, it's a fundamental realignment of your entire existence. I can see divine energy already prepared to reshape your core identity. What you've believed about yourself, your capabilities, your worth, and your purpose will be transformed through this encounter. God's presence carries the original divine blueprint of who you were created to be, and acknowledging Him allows that blueprint to begin overwriting limited self-perceptions. This transformation doesn't happen in a single moment, it unfolds in a perfect sequence. The initial acknowledgement plants the seed of new identity. The following days water and nourish that seed. The coming weeks and months provide the perfect conditions for full manifestation of your authentic divine nature. Your guardian angels are already preparing to guide you through each stage of this metamorphosis. I can see them arranging divine appointments with exactly the right people, resources, challenges, and opportunities to facilitate your complete transformation. Every element of this process has been divinely designed specifically for your unique journey. The divine realm specializes in complete restoration and renewal. This visitation isn't just about fixing specific problems, it's about returning you to the original divine intention for your life. What begins with simple acknowledgement culminates in complete rebirth into your true divine nature and purpose. Like this video and type 777 to activate this divine life transformation. Angel says, Dear child, as the moment of acknowledgement approaches, God is establishing the foundation for permanent divine connection in your life. This isn't a temporary visitation but the beginning of a consistent, ongoing relationship with continuous divine presence. Heavenly connection operates differently than you might expect. It creates a spiritual umbilical cord that nourishes you constantly, provides guidance continually, and supplies strength perpetually. Your guardian angels are already establishing the spiritual infrastructure for this permanent divine communion within your energy field. I can see the divine covenant already being prepared in the spiritual realm. The terms of this agreement aren't based on your perfect performance but on God's perfect faithfulness. Your simple acknowledgement activates this covenant, establishing protection that doesn't waver, provision that doesn't fail, and presence that doesn't leave. God wants you to understand that this permanent connection transforms how you navigate daily life. Decisions that once seemed overwhelming become clear when filtered through divine wisdom. Burdens that once crushed you become manageable with divine strength. Paths that once seemed hidden become visible in divine light. Feel the divine presence surrounding you completely now. Your guardian angels have created a sacred temple within your heart, a holy space where divine communion becomes your natural state. This connection doesn't remove all challenges, but it ensures you face nothing without divine partnership. The divine light is now marking your spirit with a seal of permanent connection, establishing you as a dwelling place for ongoing divine presence. Like this video and type 888 to seal this permanent divine connection.